Hello, my name is Peter Parfitt. Welcome to New Brit Workshop. Now, when I converted the garage at the new house into the workshop, there were a couple of jobs which I let slip and I thought, well, I'll do those later. Now, one of them was to do with the garage doors. Now, one door in particular, this one, has a very slight gap towards the middle of the door. And I think with the lights out, you can see that that gap is probably about 2/3 of the width of the garage door based around the centre. And if you look really closely, you can see that gap in the central region here is big enough to allow the odd leaf to come through. But I can't adjust the garage doors to go downwards anymore because they're reaching the limit of their play at either end. So I just want to fill in this area. Now I could of course sort this out by adjusting the level of the screed which is underneath there. But I want actually also to improve the bund, the waterproofing of this side of the garage door. Now there's a company in the UK called Fenland Garage Doors, and they also market themselves under the name of Garage Door Guru. And they sell a kit, and they have all sorts of different kits. And this one is a strip of rubber. Now if I bring this a little bit closer to the camera, you can see that profile is a thick wedgy bit there and disappearing into a very thin strip there. And the idea of this is that it provides a seal for the underneath of a garage door. And I've got a length which is sufficient to cover one of my doors. Now in this kit for £30 you get the heavy duty rubber seal, you get a tube of sealing compound, and they even include a pair of disposable gloves. I'll actually use my own, which I prefer. So what I'm going to do in this video is to show you how easy it is, I hope, to install. Now I have just cut a piece of this material so that you can see its shape. Now it's pretty difficult to cut. I used a Stanley knife and did it very, very carefully, making sure I didn't break the blade or cut my fingers. So my idea is that this part will go underneath the garage door, and this part here provides the extra bit of bunding, waterproofing, whatever you like to call it. And this just slopes off towards the floor inside the garage. So that's my idea, and hopefully this bit here will fill that gap under the door. So I've measured this and I'm just now cutting this to length. You can see how tough this is, but I am taking great care with this very sharp knife. I've got a bit left over. I wonder what I could use that for. I'll just get this into place. Oh, there was my little practice piece. That's it in place the way I intend. Now what I'm going to do is to lower the garage door to make sure that it will shut properly. Now I've just drawn a pencil line along the edge here so I know where I can put the squidgy stuff. Now it's debatable which way round this product should go. I've chosen to have mine this way round with the door coming down here, and the reason for that is my door literally comes down just over this flat piece here. If I were to reverse this and have it this way round, my door would come down onto here, and actually with the door set up as it is now, it would detect the fact that that is there and then not close properly. I could adjust my door accordingly, but I think it's easier for me to do it this way round. And that's what I'm going to do. I've now marked all the way along the edge where this part goes as it faces towards the outside of the door, and I'm now going to put some of the squidge, a continuous line along the front here, which is a bit exposed to the elements, and then a little bit elsewhere just to keep it in place. Now it really is important before you start applying all the gungy stuff that everything is clear of any grit, dust, dirt, leaves in my case, dead worms or whatever else it might be. So have a really good clean of both the underside of the material where you've just had a trial fitting and the place where it's going to go. Now I've chosen a nice dry and fairly windless day to do this. Now this gunge which they supply is black, so if you don't want it to show, back off from the line just a tiny bit. I'm using a very slight zigzag pattern. And there's actually plenty of gunge in this tube, so I can, it's a very generous amount, so I can now do a bigger zigzag pattern behind the first one. I hope you can just about see that. Oh, I think that's all I need, frankly. So just back that off. And now I can put this in place. I'm pushing this down pretty well, just to make sure there's a good contact between the squidge and the rubber all the way along. Right, now I'm just going to shut my door now to make sure it shuts okay. That's it. Now I think the pressure of the door now on top of the rubber, which is on that sealant I've just applied, will really make it marry up and make a really good seal. Now I must tell you, I paid the full price for this, and the garage door guru person, whoever he or she might be, knew nothing about this video. When they find out, they're going to get a big surprise, aren't they? Anyway, I really recommend this product. It was easy to install, as you've just seen. I think the whole process took less than an hour. Many thanks for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.